Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Marissa Sarback in for Scott Beadle. Louisiana College is moving forward in some big ways after years of being faced with losing their accreditation. ABC 31's Joanna Phillips has the details in our big story tonight.
A few years ago, Louisiana College was placed on probation with the possibility of losing their accreditation. Today, the college held a press conference to make some big announcements. Located in Pineville, Louisiana College will now offer 3 new graduate-level degrees, a new bachelor degree, and 100% online courses.
Just 18 months ago, if SACS had not approved our plan, we would have been facing losing our accreditation. Now, you put that in context. And here, 18 months later, SACS has just approved 3 new programs, 3 new academic programs, a bachelor's degree in computer science, a master's in social work, and a master's in nursing, plus gave us authorization to offer a 100% online programs. I say glory to God.
The Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, referred to as SACS, also approved a Master of Education in Education Leadership degree. Over the last 2 years, Louisiana College has been partnered with Clark Communications, a company out of North Carolina that works with colleges and universities on higher education marketing.
We were going through the results of the various campaigns that we run for schools all over. And that's 26 different campaigns for schools that we were helping them with search and enrollment. And my goodness, the statistics came back and I said, are those numbers right for Louisiana College?
The company's higher education marketing solutions focuses on enrollment search, student recruiting, and more. Their campaign for Louisiana College has shown significant success overall. And under the leadership of the college's president, Dr. Rick Brewer, Louisiana College is expanding its curriculum and mission to prepare graduates and transform lives. Visit the Louisiana College website to find out more about opportunities in higher education. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
The Rapides Sheriff's Office alerts a scam is underway, with the callers alleging from the Boyce substation. The callers warn of warrants for lawsuits. However, this is not procedure, so just hang up. Rapides deputies say they've arrested an Oakdale man for theft of a 4-wheeler in the Glenmora area. 29-year-old Derek Paul Rodriguez is charged with theft, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and illegal possession of stolen items. Deputies say they recovered 2 stolen ATVs, and the suspect is now being held for Oakdale police on an unrelated charge. Well, we saw ourselves under a heat advisory today, and it doesn't appear we'll see a break in the heat. Let's check in now with meteorologist Ross Whitley.
Yeah, that's right. It was very hot out there today, much like what we've seen the last couple of days. Luckily, we had the cloud cover and thunderstorms move in and kept our temperatures down, and heat indexes only got to around 106 as opposed to the forecasted 110 to even higher than that. So that was good. Officially 91 degrees today, 75 last night, and our dew point remains very, very warm, even with the cold front approaching the area. We did pick up just nearly 0.2 of an inch of rainfall today. We got more on the way as that cold front does approach the region. Of course, we'll talk all about the storms and the ongoing heat, even some tropical trouble to talk about coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Ross. Governor John Bel Edwards says David Duke's comments following the tragedy in Charlottesville do not represent Louisiana or its people during his monthly radio call-in program.
I don't believe in any way that David Duke represents our state, and I don't want our state to be colored by that. Now, it's obvious. Everybody who knows much about him knows that he's from here. But that sort of hatred, bigotry, racism is not who we are as a state, and it is embarrassing. And I'll tell you, there really is no place for that, especially those individuals who put that hate and bigotry, racism front and center and then claim somehow that it's patriotic.
The governor said Duke's comments are an embarrassment to the state. The CASA program has been changing the lives of children in the foster care system for years. It's always seeking new volunteers to be a part of the life-changing program.
Based organization that makes a difference in our children's lives. We are trained. We have a full background check. We have to be 21 years of age or older. We have to have our own transportation. And then after we finish our training, we're sworn in by the judge in that particular parish. And then we go out and we visit the children that has been removed from their homes, placed in foster care, and we go visit them at their foster home and find out what the best interest for a safe and permanent home is.
If you're interested in being a volunteer for CASA, visit children'sadvocacy.net. Summer temperatures may still be hot, but it's time to plant fall tomatoes. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill explains how planting heat-set tomatoes now can mean a nice harvest in the fall.
If you're surprised to see me standing beside these lovely tomato transplants here in August, well, that means you haven't been planting fall tomatoes, and that's a shame. Here in Louisiana, our fall season lingers so long into November, the weather stays warm, we can actually plant tomatoes now and get a crop off of them before the cold weather arrives. Indeed, in South Louisiana, gardeners are often harvesting tomatoes in December from these fall planted plants. Now, you want to get nice plants from your local nursery or garden center. Choose types that say that they are heat tolerant. If you look over here, you'll see this is a heat set variety there. These will set well in high temperatures. Also, when you plant tomatoes this time of the year, especially if they tend to be a little tall like this specimen here, plant them bearing the lower part of the stem about 3 inches down in the soil. That gets the roots down deeper and away from those high temperatures on the soil surface. So plant them a little deeper than we might do so in the spring. Don't forget you want to prepare your beds well before you plant. So get all the weeds out of there, add a generous amount of compost or organic matter, a good 2 to 4 inches thoroughly incorporated into the soil of the bed. Make sure it's raised for good drainage and in a sunny location. And these tomatoes will do a beautiful job of growing for you. Now don't forget, this time of the year, pest problems are really prevalent. You can see there's already some leaf chewing going on and leaf miner damage on these young plants. Spray with spinosad regularly. That will control both leaf miners and caterpillars and keep your plants looking great. Tomatoes in the fall, there's nothing like them. Plant now. For Get It Growing, I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
For more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish LSU Ag Center Extension Office, Service Office, or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click the Lawn and Garden button.
Our military makeover recognizes the sacrifice of a deserving young Marine.
Tune in and learn about an American hero, the community and the companies who come together to give back.
Enter to win a carport from Quality Outdoor Products in Leesville. An $800 value in the color of your choice, plus option to upgrade to something bigger at Quality Outdoor Products. To enter, register online, on Facebook or Twitter. Enter daily to increase your chances of winning. This carport could be yours from KLAX TV and Quality Outdoor Products in Leesville. See official rules at klaxtv.com.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Ross Whitley. Our radar out there today had thunderstorms sweep across the state earlier this morning, about between noon and 3 o'clock, and it was all thanks to an outflow boundary caused from the cold front. Cold front actually didn't make it to us as expected yesterday. It just got to Shreveport and stopped, but the outflow boundary associated with that cold front, basically that's dying thunderstorms push air out in front of them and then develop storms on that boundary, and that's what we saw come sweeping across the state. And that really wasn't picked up very well on the models yesterday, and that was the reason why we thought it was going to be so warm, because we didn't think we'd get that convection or storms. But you know, that's why we love weather, because it's always changing, always surprising us. We have those storms move in. We picked up about 2/10 of an inch of rain, but the best thing about it is that we had the cloud cover around today. That kept the temperatures down from the expected 95 to only about 91 degrees. 76 overnight tonight. Going to be another humid night out there, maybe an isolated shower or two, as we'll be expecting more rain for the day tomorrow. It's going to be another humid one. We'll have sunshine in the morning and then thunderstorms popping up in the afternoon. We're going to be right on the tail end of a cold front that will be stalling out just to our north, and that's going to help spur rain on for the next couple of days. Unfortunately for us, we have widespread thunderstorms by the time we get into Saturday afternoon, and we're even going to watch for some heavy thunderstorms working throughout the day on Sunday. And I don't mean anything severe weather-wise, just some downpours associated with those thunderstorms. Might be a better chance of rain than most of the other days. Our day planner tomorrow, about 10% chance of rain through 7 a.m., about a 30% chance by the noon hour, and we ramp that back up to around 50% as we get into the late evening hours. High tomorrow right around 93 degrees, so another warm one on the way. Now that frontal boundary is going to be associated just basically right there, just across the Louisiana and Arkansas border. That's where we're going to have those storms associated, and we're going to see storms scattered throughout this area as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Best chance of rain will be in the afternoon hours, and as we go through the next couple of days, we're actually going to see that front sink south and then lift back north, and that'll help spur on more storms. Of course, we're also talking about the tropics. Tropical storm Harvey just officially formed just a few hours ago, and we're watching that tracking potentially into the Yucatan Peninsula as we get into the early parts of next week. Of course, we'll let you know more as we know more. Forecast lows out there tonight, right around 76 degrees. About 75 in a couple places, about 20% chance of rain, but it's very humid once again. 93 to 95 tomorrow, so another hot one depending on how much sunshine you see. 50% chance of storms. Hopefully they come in early again and help cool us off. Our extended forecast continuing to watch, well, the heat, the humidity, and the thunderstorms in the afternoon. And of course, this forecast could change as we get into the latter part of next week depending on where Tropical Storm Harvey goes. That is a look at your 7-day and your weather. Marissa?
All right, thanks, Ross. Well, another unfortunate turn in the nation's opioid epidemic, this time affecting teenagers. With this Medical Minute, here's Emily Rao.
Teenagers are dying from opioid overdoses at a rising rate, a trend not seen for years, according to a new study from the CDC. Researchers looked at overdose deaths from opioids from 1999 to 2015, and what they found, alarming. After peaking in 2007, for years, the rate of teen overdose deaths in the U.S. was declining or stable. But 2015 brought bad news. Opioid overdose deaths among teens rising by approximately 20%, nearly all unintentional. While heroin had the highest rates of death, other opioids like fentanyl killed teens as well. The study doesn't reveal a reason for the spike, but it is a reminder to talk to your teens about the dangers of drug abuse. If someone you know is using opioids to control pain, talk to your doctor about ways to stay safe. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
it's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets, Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones weekends on KLAX ABC31.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charles Apostol. After a 10-8-1 season last year, NSU's soccer team, they're ready to get back at it this year. Now, after 2 losses in the preseason, one more night to go until the regular season opener against LSU Shreveport. There's nothing like your school president getting you pumped before the big game.
How you represent our university, not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. I want y'all to know I'm so proud of our graduation rate for our athletes, over 70%. Our retention rate is higher than any other group in this university. And our GPA and the whole athletic department is over 3.0. So that means just as much and more than those wins on the field. Now, we love the wins on the field too. We're going to do that, right? Yes. We're going to do that, right? But we're also represent this. We're here for us.
Well, many of you already know Ole Miss mascot is the Rebels. One high school in Ohio that had the same mascot will no longer be the Rebels starting today, though. In light of the perception of the Civil War icon, the Rebel at the high school in Ohio is saying bye to its mascot, which is a man dressed in a gray military outfit. Now, that was the color of Confederate uniforms in the Civil War. The Rebel flag that was also part of the school was barred years ago, but the name and mascot stayed. School officials announced today the mascot will be removed in light of the deadly attacks during protests in Charlottesville, Virginia, and some cities deciding to remove Confederate statues. Officials say they hope this move enhances the environment for students.
But like many things, times have changed, and the Rebel mascot has now taken on a negative connotation And as the district, we do not feel it's in the best interest of the community and our students to perpetuate this sentiment. I have had multiple input from community members expressing concern. And then at the end of the day, when I ask myself, I figure at some point I'm going to be standing here. And I want to be standing on the right side of history and not make the easy decision which lacks courage. I personally believe that that's the right decision to make. I think what the events in Charlottesville did was just bring it back to the surface. It's always right under the surface and has been since 2011. That's when I became the superintendent here. And I think at this point we can no longer ignore it.
Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
Our 7-day forecast here as we go into tomorrow, 93 degrees, a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, a little less of a chance of rain tomorrow than even what we saw today, but a better chance of rain as we work into Saturday and Sunday with that cold front approaching the region. And that cold front brings us a temperature change from 93 on Sunday to 93 on Monday. So really no temperature change there. You're not going to notice the cold front really at all because we're going to have that tropical moisture still hanging around. And of course, all eyes will be on the Yucatan Peninsula and the Gulf of Mexico as Tropical Storm Harvey approaches next week. And of course, right now, models are showing that in the Yucatan Peninsula, we could be looking at a hurricane. Luckily for us, I think it will stay to our south. It might be another Franklin and go into Mexico, but we'll just have to wait and watch on that. Temperatures going to remain in the lower to mid 90s, heat and humidity, and showers and storms in the afternoon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Ross. Thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Have a great night.
KLAX is the exclusive provider of ABC and MeTV programming here in Central Louisiana. We're the only station where you can watch new ABC programs like Dancing with the Stars, Designated Survivor, and Grey's Anatomy, just to name a few.
That's what family does. We take care of each other.
I'm proud of you.
The warmth of your love.
And if classic TV programs like Bonanza, Andy Griffin, Batman, or Carol Burnett is more your style, then MeTV's the station for you. As an advertiser, you'll want your products and services presented to these loyal viewers. Our sales team is equipped to prove we can generate new customers and new revenue for your business.
I'll tell you what, it pays to advertise.
And we have a number of low-risk advertising programs designed to prove we work. Call our media consultant team today for a no-risk assessment on how we can help you grow your business. We're ready to prove we work.